Hello everyone! I hope you've been enjoying this little series so far. Unfortunately, this will be the last episode of this playthrough. I haven't been able to do live streams of this game for many reasons, but mainly because it's been really hard keeping up with the new updates as Settlement Survival releases. Each new update requires a new save to show all of the new features and forces me to start my settlements over. Whenever this game finally reaches its finished release and becomes more stable, I'll release more consistent content. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this last episode of my first Let's Play for this game. Thank you all for watching and for your support. Alright, and hi everyone, and welcome to the live stream. Wow, it's actually been a while since I played this game, so I might be like a little rusty. I let's see if I can figure out where I even left off. So yeah, just right to it. Oh, so one thing I was thinking about doing was the cactus seeds. Turning cactus seeds into cactus cuts and really expand on that, because I think you can get a little bit more cactus cuts than peas. And as my settlement is growing and the population is expanding, I've noticed that like kind of cutting it close with food, since I have yet to expand my farm. I just had those 6 for the longest time. So I think I want to do one more cactus cut, or a cactus farm, and turn all of that into cactus cuts, because so it's showing here, just to see we can do a little bit of math. It says that output, we get 10 cactus cuts per grid, and while the pea seed gets 14. While the pea seed does get a little bit more on its own, I can turn those 10 cactus in double it, because 5 cactus plants gives you 10 cactus food. So theoretically, one of these can get you 20 per grid, and I think that's gonna get you even more food for me to supplement for my ground expansion. That's the first thing I want to do here. Another thing I want to do is the salted fish is not keeping up feeding people. Like, I want to transition going from rough foods to simple foods. So, because I want to go from simple to fancy at the very end. And I want to help this out, salted fish, by making salted meats, using all the meats I've been gathering from all of my farm animals, because they're still eating this as a rough food. So we're going to start processing all the meats into salted meats in a bit. And another thing I would like to do in this episode or stream is upgrade my pastures to the Eco-Pastures, so they can get fodder, much like I did with the standard farms. I went from standard fields to farm, and they can accept fertilizer to increase the yields. So that's my plan for today, or at least for right now. Let's start the timer for the game. Unpause it. Excuse me? No, I didn't say that. And of course, Astrid is with me, guiding me. Okay. And so, you have 3 cactus cuts. And, I mean, I keep calling it cactus farms, so we can turn into cactus cuts. Then, looking at the pastures here, I'm gonna have to transfer all of these animals while we rebuild the eco. So let's see here. First, let's get the tech points for that. Agriculture. So we're gonna need fodder. Even though we're already producing fodder with the cactus cuts. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna, I think 3 farms should be enough. This is gonna supplement, not supplement, this is gonna be providing food and fodder so we can boost the yields of the animals we have. So let's do fodder. I just remembered something about the Eco-Pasture. The Eco-Pasture needs rope, and I'm not producing that yet. And rope is under knitting, so I need the knitting workshop. It takes reeds and flax. Good thing I have flax. Might have to do a second farm for this one. I think I'm going to actually have to expand my farm. There's no way around that. Because the flax right now is being used in the textile mill to produce linen. And the linen is being used to process down jackets at the advanced tailor. So I'm actually liking this little area down here, since we're already, last time we did this small marketplace, put homes here. So I'm gonna put the next little group of farms here. Do like this. Standard farm. Just do 1 for now. Yeah, the farm is the one that can do fertilizer and fields. So standard fields or fields don't take fertilizer, while the farms are the ones that use the fertilizer. I just realized I missed that, and that's gonna bother me. I misaligned it. There you go. Okay. What else? I guess we also ended this with a good amount of laborers, 19. I should probably start a caravan just to sell something. Just so those bell towers. See what kind of stuff I have that I can sell. Wow, I didn't realize I actually have dumplings and glue pudding as fancy food. I probably got them from the traveling merchant that I never sold it to. I guess I'll sell that. Oh no, I wouldn't have bought fancy food from a ship. So yeah, it's banned. It's most likely from the traveling merchant. Alright, so let's see who's gonna pay the most for these. Dumpling. Wow, they actually all paid the same for dumplings. I expected Meow to be the highest one, since I'm pretty sure this came from the Chinese New Year event. And then glue pudding. I wonder if glue pudding is the same. Wow, yeah. They pay, doesn't matter. I see Lorenzo hasn't been leveled up yet, so I guess I'll just sell it to Lorenzo. Is there anything I need? Iron. We're producing coal. Stone, I think we're okay. Iron. How are we doing on bandages? I think I might get an extra bit, maybe. Doing okay here. I'll probably just get some iron ore and some bandages. Okay, so let's one thing at a time. Lorenzo, sell dumplings. 208. 218. Sell that, and then glue pudding. 385. Wow, 27,000. That's really not bad. Iron ore. It's already right here. 250. And then bandages. Get 100. T80. Alright, so that now we have a full load here. So T80 iron and 100 bandages for all his fancy food. Get some insurance. And let's send them off. Alright, 8 people left. This thing is built. It's gonna be flax. They're not gonna work on it because it's already... I really doubt they're gonna start harvesting. I mean, that's sowing because it's kind of late in the year. And if they do, it's probably gonna be a short yield, but that's okay for now. Let me see here. I don't think I banned the dates. And we're using the dates to create a anisette. Oh, it is banned. Okay. So I'm kind of not liking that I'm not producing... It doesn't seem like I'm producing enough date seeds out of these two fields to produce anisette efficiently. Let me see, how much are we consuming versus how much production? Alcohol. Yeah, that's a huge red here. Oh, big oof. Yeah, we're definitely consuming more than we are producing. So I am probably also going to... We're going to need agave field. Okay, so I'm going to remove these two. And then have, going back to spirits. So I'm gonna replace those with the agave fields again. Because it turns out that those two orchards are not producing enough dates, which was really nice since it's a fancier alcohol, but I guess for now it's not worth it at the time being. So we're gonna have to go back to spirits. Let's get the laborers to cut down these trees. I like how they actually did try to farm some flax seeds on this late thing. I wonder if they'll actually get a harvest. That's a good idea. So what Astrid suggested doing is as soon as it's available to harvest, you can manually tell them when to harvest. So the moment this becomes available, you can do an early harvest, and maybe that will get enough before harvest season ends. Anyways, what else is there to do? Processing salted meats. Okay, so next is salted meats that I wanted to do. Under processing, foods, curing workshop. Let's place one here. And it's a little random, but I'm probably gonna move these houses over. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I have the material recycling. So I will get all of the materials back when I demolish these. Speed it up. Oh yeah, okay. Thank you for reminding me. So, standard farms. 1, 2. Actually, I'll just put the third one there. I'll move this farm over. Standard farm. There we go. Oh, you have a yield bonus coming up. Ooh, merchant ship. Fancy merchant ship. Easter eggs, cats, luxury coats. Oh my god, there's the bandages. I just bought some bandages. Oh wow. Medicinal oil. Kind of running low on that. How much would 500 of those cost me? Oh, 4,500. That's not even that much. Do 1,000 of those. Alpaca meat. Yeah, roast turkeys are expensive. I would. Yeah, that's actually exactly what I was gonna say. I'm looking at the alpaca meat and the venison. Since I just built a curing workshop to process salted meat. Let's help that out and just buy a lot. It's, you think 500? I mean 5,000 of each. I mean, we do have a larger ship. I almost took so long that the merchant ship went away. 2 days left. Okay, so I almost messed that up really badly. So 19,000, we're gonna get a lot of medicinal oil, a lot of alpaca meat, and venison. Alright, so now let's ban these two. So what was it? Alpaca meat and venison. Venison's up here. So that is now banned. And the curing workshop was just built. So let's do salted meat. Uncap this. And then give it 3 workers. Little dirt road here. You're right. I'm an idiot. You're right, Astrid. First I have to build the meat shop. so yeah. So it's rough meats. Then you have to go to a butcher, process it into meat chops, and then from meat chops, salted meat. Getting ahead of myself. Okay. Processing. So the butcher is found under the processing. So let's do that. Butcher. I like how that actually fits nicely right here. Might have to move these guys. Yeah, I am out of alcohol. The happiness is being affected. Is there any... I'm just gonna buy a couple of these just for now. 250. Tofu one. Just to compensate for the shortage that we have right now. Got really lucky with that. 7,500 transaction. Okay. Let's demolish just one house. Make a room for the butcher. I mean, not the butcher. Yeah. Have room for the butcher. Okay. Foods. Butcher. So the fields are done. So let's do agave, because we need that for the spirits that we're gonna produce. Let's go back to spirits before I forget. And then this one was flax. Okay. I'll let you know if I need you to see something live. So fertilizer seems to be okay. So the reason I check how much fertilizer I have is I build like more farms, and if I have them all set to accept fertilizer, I might run out, and then I have to build a second one. Let's see what is accepting. So the cactus cuts. Okay, I'm gonna say that one yes. I don't think the agave. I don't think these three really need fertilizer. I think 2 is enough, and then plus flax. Yeah, I have 2 flax fields. I have 3 cactus cuts, 2 cactus farms, 2 pea farms, 2 agaves, and 2 flax. Okay. So I'm going to need another cactus workshop. I forgot I had a nursery. I should probably make my own herbs at some point. I mean, it would. I mean, yeah, because right now I'm just completely relying on buying medicine. Food, cactus. Why did? Okay, what was past self thinking building a school right in the middle of my production? I'm gonna have to move that. That's right. Yeah, and so I did have people on like the north side and like a south side of the thing in the middle. I wonder if I can just do that. So I just push it back. I just moved to school real quick. Shut up. Oh, you're so silly. That was funny. Alright, so the book here is complete. Let's fill that out with people. And I think I might as well just ban all the meats. So let's ban all the raw meats. So mutton, beef, chicken, turkey, goose, buffalo, all of it. Oh, and meat chop, of course. Okay. So now we're gonna make meat chops. So again, our animals are going to be producing, dropping meat, and then it's gonna be taken to the meat shop, processed into that, and then lastly taken to the salted meat area. I remove. I did. I banned meat shops. And then it's gonna be salted meats and salted food. So we're gonna have 2 sources of simple foods. Oh, giant alpaca event. Drive it out. And it was just alpaca wool it gave us. I know it would have been awesome if we got even more meat. Alright. Flax. My caravan's not back yet. I have immigrants coming. How are we doing on houses? Oh, that's full. Okay, I'm gonna have to build some houses. Oh, I got the barber shop. That was from Lorenzo. I just leveled up Lorenzo. Yeah, so the barber shop is basically a hospital. And it actually does provide more health bonus than the clinic. So I'm gonna have to get that replaced. Excuse me, in a bit. First, houses. Just build. I really don't like. They're so random right now. I'll just build some right here. Just for now. Actually, it would be better if I kept this line going over here. I should probably move these houses. The city planning is a nightmare. I mean, it's definitely not the prettiest, but I mean, logistically speaking, everything's functioning. They have storages. That one's a full warehouse. I have 2 warehouses here. I should probably upgrade these to a cellar. That's another tech point. I should probably get more dock workers because they haven't even got to the Tofu one yet. Okay, so this school is open. So now let's demolish this one to make room for the other cactus shop. Oh, I totally did not uncap the production limit. Salted meat, and we're producing salted meat. Oh, we are gonna run out of salt. That's a good point. Let's see, the salt. Speaking of the salt, my people are salty. They ran out of alcohol. Salt. How are we doing on salt? Still producing just enough. But just to be safe. 1, 2. I like how this forest farm is really getting a lot of timber. We're at 3,000. Okay, so we're good on timber. Yeah, we're so we're using coal and domestic fuel for fuel. So that was probably a lot. 500. Okay. 13. So I mean, I can accept 9 more people here. Build a couple more homes. Crap. I plan on putting a 3rd research station, so I'll just put some more houses up here. 2, 3. That should give us, those 3 houses should empty up the interim house. So we can accept this new batch. Oh Jesus, this one's also full. $200 bricks. How much is a cellar? Planks, cut stone, and bricks. So I'm gonna need some bricks, which I do have. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the cellar tech. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm gonna build a cellar right here just for now, just so I can get one built. And then I'm gonna destroy this warehouse. And then they're going to dump all of those items into the cellar. And then once the cellar is filled up and this place is emptied out, and build a second cellar here, and then remove this cellar so I can move back. A little complicated, but that's how I'm gonna deal with this little upgrade. And the immigrants are here. I'll just take them in. The houses are built. 14. Hopefully none one has a deadly disease. We have the cure for measles, so we're good. And the cure for measles is Band-Aid, yes. So the cellar is built. Let's destroy that warehouse. Agave. And we're producing spirits again. Flax, that's a lot of flax. Knitting workshop, can't forget that. Knitting workshop to make the ropes so we can upgrade these pastures to the Eco-Pasture so they can increase their yields. Now that we're producing a salted meat, which we need, meat shop. And they're happy again. No storm is coming. But it looks like at the end of a harvest season, so it shouldn't affect us too hard. So it looks like we're doing good on tools. Oh, I should probably increase tools. 200. Wow, the cellar actually got filled up. So let's put the second one. Alright. Processing. Food. Cactus workshop. Let's get rid of this path real quick. Processing. Food. Cactus workshop. So this one's going to be using the fodder. And what I'm going to do the moment this gets filled up, I'm going to do the remodel tax. I don't have enough iron tools, so I'll just do the brick upgrade. Double that. And then let's get rid of this one. Whoa. Don't want to destroy the little bighorn. Little bighorn. I like how they all just rush in here to like transfer the items. $25 people. We have a lot of laborers. Fertilizer. How much fertilizer am I using? Why would happen? I can see the appeal of that. Would I pay money? I don't think so. Like... Jeez. That's a lot. So it turns out I actually am not producing enough. Let's do fertilizer for these two agave plants. Agave farms. Since my spirits is still struggling. Okay, the cactus workshop is complete. So let's do... Just have 2 workers just for now, just to get a little bit of fodder. Because we don't have the eco plants yet. We can't use them yet. So that's what you meant. So the thirst begins or some shit. Yeah, that. I thought you were talking about like my games though. Got a merchant ship coming. That's how you don't take it seriously. You know? You just don't take it serious. How much room do we have? 67. Alright, let's dump this warehouse as well. Astrid, what even made you want to even do that? Like, look that up. Is that a cute? Yeah, okay, you're not gonna see that. We got some spirits, by the way. In a way, yeah. But it's different. There's difference. Handcart, alpaca wool. Anyways, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a bit distracting hearing what's going on over there on your end. Like no one can hear what you're telling me. But anyways, the merchant ship just came in. I'm getting some coal spirits. I might just get some iron tools because I know I need some to expand this even further. So I'm probably just gonna get me like 200 of them. Oh, I have to do that again. Crap. 500, 500. 7,500 total. There you go. 63,000. Hopefully the merchant, traveling merchant comes back. Cactus. Okay. So let's start doing, rope building. Processing, knitting. Let's do the knitting workshop. That fits perfectly. That way, now we will be able to make, ropes. So we can transfer these animals. I should probably make a second or an empty corral. Not a corral, pasture. So I can transfer these items. I mean, these animals. I don't have bricks to upgrade this. I really need to expand my storages. This is getting bad. A trading caravan. Let's do a trading caravan. What do I have to sell besides the bell towers? Don't think I have any more fancy food to sell. Nope. I just send out some more bell towers. Let's lower the number here. Yes, Carlos is the one that buys these the most at the moment. Let's free up some of those. Let's just double check. Make sure it's still Carlos. Bell tower. Actually, he's selling it lower than Meow and Lorenzo by like a fraction of a coin. Buying. I always fuck that up. Huh. I'm going to level up Meow with the bell towers just so I can make progress in the dense farms. So Meow has the dense farms. Level 3, yes. These are huge. Arguably better than the plantations. So I will try to level her up by selling her bell towers. Meow. And then bell tower. I think I can fit like 21. Yeah, because I don't even know why you watched that for a little while. That's unfortunately a reality of that's just how it is. The internet, you know? That's what gets views. Not that I have, you know, not that we have anything against the person. It's just it's the demand. That's the issue. Anyways, getting bricks. 300 of these. Sorry about that. Oh no, it's actually a snowstorm. We're gonna have a snowstorm at the end of fall. I know, the drought and the snowstorm icons look very, very similar. I get them confused a lot. And so bell towers, for a lot of money. 47,000 and 300 bricks we're going to need to upgrade my storages. The knitting is done. So let's remove the reed from processing ropes, because the reeds are for paper. So let's do this. Ah, Zoe. I am making paper. Yeah. I'm eating the paper, yes. Or at least the research institutes, they eat the paper. I guess. You're really silly. It's not a bad thing. Alright, so we have a lot of food. Oh, right, because I bought a bunch of venison and alpaca meat. I know, it's a bunch. So yeah, basically I have a bunch of banned food, and if people starve, it's not because I have a shortage, it's because I'm literally actually denying access to food to my people. But no, we're doing good. We have cactus cuts and peas, and the rice is still there. You're not wrong. Alright, so... Okay. I just realized, so these don't have, scarecrows yet. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I am so... The where... Oh yeah, wondering. But yeah, I have a really bad storage inventory problem right now. I'll probably just do it. I'm doing an emergency little storage yard here until the... Crap. This horn is gonna have to go. Just for now. I'm gonna do a little storage yard just so they can have a place to put storages right now, because these are at max capacity. I'm gonna have to upgrade that to a cellar because it's already a warehouse with the expansion. Okay. Wandering peasants. I don't think I've seen this even. Over 2,000 peasants were wandering in your town looking for a new place to settle in the soil. Oh. Is this just gonna give me like more people? Wow, okay. So Astro was saying that if I accept them, they actually give you a free seed because they came from another place. So, alright, yeah, the soil of their farmer settlement was poor and yielded. Alright, so let's see what kind of seed we can get. The peasants accepted your invitation and settled in your town with the seeds they used to plant in their farmer settlement. Pecan seeds. I guess I can do something with it later. 27 people? Did I just get 27 people? Oh my goodness. That was a lot. You're right, it did. 24. It's like suddenly I forgot what a dozen was. Okay. We're gonna have some homelessness, for a bit. It is a callback. It is a callback to the last episode I did about crime. So these guys get unhappy for too long, they might start killing. 19 people. Okay. Gonna have to build... Wow, I just blocked that off. Okay. I just built this. Just for now. Just for now. I did not expect that to happen at all. Snowstorm inbound. I am about to have a bunch of... Hopefully, I wouldn't be... I mean, it's a little messed up, but I wouldn't mind if some of those homeless people just froze to death, not gonna lie. No storm. Alright. Rope production. Shut up. God damn it. Ropes. Okay, so slowly we're making ropes. Let's do, I'm gonna hold off building the extra little, pasture until the storm passes. I don't want people to freeze while they're out here. Alright, so how are we doing? Curing workshop, we're making... I wonder if that's just a fluke. But there's a slight little... Oh yeah, there we go. So we had a little bit of reserves on salted food. Yeah, back to 0. But we are making a good amount. Look at that, 800 salted meat and 700 salted fish. That's like 1,500 salted food that we are producing. That's awesome. Meat chops, we're doing good. Something just got built. Oh, okay. So my homeless now have a home. Okay. 40 laborers. I can do so much with that. And yet I don't know where to even start. What should I do, Astrid? Yeah. Just kind of a general, because I'm about to build the pastures. So like once the pastures, the Eco-Pastures get built, or should I go from that direction? Oh, I guess I can do that, yeah. I'll do another research place. Yeah, I do have to focus on the storage problem. I'm just waiting for the caravan to come back with the bricks. Oh, storage yard, just real quick here. Okay. I'm also noticing that the winery is still not receiving enough agave, even after it's fertilized. Alright, so let's do an extra pasture. Same size. Holy crap, I just realized we're out of water. Big oof. I'll have to remove some of these roads. Reservoir. Okay. That was a close one. That was a close one. Production, let me see. Beverages, water. That's weird. Oh, you know what probably really dropped it? Oh, it wasn't. I was expecting it was gonna be the intern housing. I mean, I did build a couple houses. That's okay, like... yeah, it was gonna become a problem. You're right. So, it's not a bad thing. And besides, we have 44 laborers. Gotta put them into something. I'm gonna get more... Yeah. Oh, my caravan's already, in use. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the caravan remodel or increase max caravans. So yeah, let's do the third research institute. I don't like where that reservoir is. What I'm gonna do is build another one. Build 2 of those and then demolish this one and replace it with the reed field. Immigrants, I'm not gonna accept them. I'm sorry guys, but we're not accepting immigrants at the time being. Damn it. This is exactly why I'm glad I can't hear you. The things you say. The things you say would totally get me banned from Twitch. Damn it, that wasn't funny though. I said damn if it wasn't funny though. Alright, so let's move the cattle first. That's my shitty cattle impression. Okay, so let's transfer some cattle. Transfer 11 to this. Yes, you are Astrid. Yes, you are. Alright. So, now that that one's empty, I can destroy it. And all of those cattle are going to go to this one. And the caravan just return. So the bricks should be here. Have fun. Okay, so... I'm already gonna miss you though. A little. Okay, so let's do agriculture, Eco-Pasture. Oh, it's gonna need planks too. Crap. Oh! Oh no! Aster, do you see that? Oh, we have a tornado inbound. We have a tornado inbound. Oh, geez. Okay, now this time, I have something to worry about. This time, this time it's not a drill. It's not a drill this time. Oh. I really hope RNG spares me, because there's no... I can't do the whole tree technique. Oh my god. This is gonna be great. Okay. I'll worry about that later. Eco-Pasture. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Building kit. So let's see building kit. Alright, let me just type in kit. You're right. Ronnie had to sell it the cheapest. Okay. Oh, did I buy them from her last time? Let me see. I have 40 building kits. That's enough for 2 buildings. So not enough. It's yeah, a couple of these are reinforced. Let's do the water production here real quick. Oof. This just got intense again. um Hey, I'm glad I caught it. Let's do a caravan. Let's release another 20 bell towers. Lower this. We're almost out of bell towers. We have almost sold them all. The aliens really helped us out with that. So Rania. Oh, she has the worst selling or buying prices for bell towers though. Should I won't sell her the bell towers. I don't have anything else to sell her though. You're right. We'll put this back to 40, so those bell towers stay there. Because we already have a storage problem. Okay. I guess we're just gonna buy. Building kit. What's the weight on this? 5. Oh, I can only get up to 300. $7,700, not bad. Buy insurance. People come in. There you go. Form it. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. If that merchant ship does have building kits, that would be very, very lucky. So now that we have the Eco-Pasture, let's get it built. How are we doing on fuel? Okay. I'm going to make him get some planks for a little bit. Oh, you are right. I can just shove people here. Astrid. So that's the second reservoir. Now I can do the reed field. And then the research station. Research Institute. Yeah, I built the second one, so I built these two. Okay, these guys need a little storage yard. I'll give them a more proper place to store that in a bit. That is true. That is very true. So, Astrid just reminded me that the cellars are also immune to storms. So, it's actually a good thing that I'm already upgrading these to cellars. I'm gonna upgrade these 3 to cellars for the off chance that the tornado does come and actually hit them. At least the warehouses will not be destroyed. I'm gonna remove this real quick and then place the spare cellar and then, you know, the same thing I did. Swap those out. That's completed. Let's take cattle in. animal should I even have fertilizer for? I mean, fodder. What, I should probably do, like, one for, the cattle's a good one, right? Because I need it for beef and leather. Okay. So, yeah, that one's gonna accept fodder. I'll do third person, just cause. So we're gonna transfer them down to here. The next is gonna be the alpaca. Let's make that into alpaca. Transfer them over to the pasture. 11. This one's 0. Save to delete. And let's do that spell. Spare Cellar. Reeds. Got another person here. That's a good thing I built 2 more reservoirs, because I add another one for the paper mill. That's going to consume even more water. Pasture. Go. Low on planks, so these guys need to hurry up and make some planks. Cellar is built. Demolish this. Accept paper. And now we have 3 research institutes. I should definitely be more than enough. Okay. How's the caravan doing? Still good. Right? I think we're producing way too much cactus. I noticed the agave is barely keeping up. So I'm going to turn this into flax. I'm going to turn this into agave. Hopefully 3 farms should be enough. That's a lot of cactus cuts. 1,700 last year. So that's really awesome. I do like the cactus cuts for that reason. I would honestly think that cactus cuts is probably like my new favorite rough food. It used to be peas for the longest time. Yeah, like last year it harvested like 12,000, and this time it was 12,000 again. Oh, that's really close. But the cactus cuts can produce even more in a given year. So that's really nice. Let's max this out with people to make fodder. Let's limit that to 1,000 as well. Salted fish, a lot of meat. Hmm. Then this, I'm gonna give it the alpaca. Bring them back. Transfer. There you go. That cellar is complete. Let's do the other one. How much space does the cellar have? 59. "21 laborers. We're actually putting all these people to work. Either that or they're all dying. Both. How many planks do we have? 125? Move the geese. Oh, I need to have people in there so they can be transferred. Okay. This is 0. Yeah, I closed the building to get back the slavers. I was just gonna let it sit there, so I just figured close it. But no, I still need to open to transfer. You really are. Hey, I got the dense farms. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, when I leveled up, I gotta grow them, or I can buy it. Why produce something when you can buy it? Let's see who does sell bamboo for the cheapest. Of course, it wouldn't. Okay. Bamboo. Oh, they all sell it equally for cheap. Huh. Okay, it's still the same one. Oh, the merchant ship arrived. Alright, let's pause it before it goes away. Actually, I'm gonna get some cutstone. Planks. I could just buy some planks. I just buy the planks instead. Buy the planks and then. But I have a lot of salt. Actually, it looks like the salt production is actually keeping up. Let me see. Actually, there's a little bit of a deficit in salt. I'll get a little bit. How about that? I get 500. Girl, you know it. And always buy coal, so it can ease on the mines. I wonder how that mine is doing. I haven't even checked if I need to upgrade it yet. Domestic fuel. 10,500. Alright. Planks, stone. Now that I bought planks, this can go back to producing domestic fuel. The mine is at 40%. So, I still have some time before I have to upgrade this. got the dense farms. Wow, nice. Maybe by the end of the stream tonight, I'll upgrade some of these to dense farms. Alright. So... I'm actually gonna put in the turkeys here. Because I know the turkeys drop a lot of meat compared to like the others. And since it's a poultry, it actually gets the most from the butcher. Or did they change that? Oh wow, they did change that. It doesn't even it used to be red meat only dropped 10 meat chops and the poultries dropped 15. Huh, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. I'll still do turkey anyways. Yeah, because the farms... Hey, it's not that bad. I'm not overproducing that much fat. Oh, it's because I do have a I have a soap maker. That's why it's under control. Yeah, it really is. Okay, so let's do turkeys here and then transfer the turkeys. Okay. Then let's move the geese to this one. 0, transfer 3. I think just having these 3 being Eco-Pastures should be enough, don't you think? Because I only have like 1... accelerates animal maturity and increase output. I'm pretty sure that's just the same thing. It's just because they mature faster. But I'm only getting leather from the cattle. More leather. I say more meat because I know the turkeys. I know the turkeys reproduce and mature a lot faster and gets a lot of turkeys. Okay, so the little spare thing, we can finally get rid of that. Okay, so that's complete. Okay, let's upgrade our last warehouse. And the caravan with the building kit should be arriving soon. And they're back. That is... It's okay. Guess I didn't want to go to sleep tonight. God damn, you did not have to tell me that. That's... you know how I feel about that. I just really... I don't know how... I guess there's only one way to find out that's true, huh? You only... Some morbid humor is going on back here. Okay, so let's upgrade some of these. Out of bricks. Oh, I do have a brick. Okay. And I have to buy some more bricks. Oh, that's okay. Okay. That was a lot. Jesus Christ. That was loud. Okay. So, what have I, where was I? So it turns out I'm out of flax, but that's okay. We'll stop the production of rope for now. And hopefully 3 farms is enough for the winery, so you can produce spirits. 4. But I need the reeds for the paper. Not yet. I'm also worrying about just where am I going. I was trying to wrap up like what I just did because I just did a lot. So give me a second. So yeah, did a third agave seed for the winery. Cellars. I should have some space again. I'm probably gonna replace this with a cellar because I don't like where this one is. It's kind of, that was just an emergency thing. This one needs the cellar. So I'm gonna demolish this one. Move the cellar over here. The Eco-Pastures are now taking in fodder. And just these 3. So we'll see how the yields are gonna be. Immigrants arrived. No. No. Go away. Okay. Then another one is I just got the building kits. So time to reinforce some production stuff. I guess I got the important ones down. I just realized I never upgraded the Research Institutes to the books. Just realized that. Yeah, upgrade them with books. Let's do a marketplace. Reinforce the marketplaces. Textile. I'm just gonna mostly reinforce the production stuff. I can always rebuild the homes. Homes are pretty easy to rebuild. Yeah, the cactus workshop. Both of them. Even at the soap. Compost, yes, I need the fertilizer still. Curing workshop. And the butcher. I really hope the tornado misses. Yeah, big tree. I really hope he misses. I'm gonna also do the Eco-Pastures. If I lose the animals, that's gonna suck. What else? I'll just do some of these because I'm pretty sure. I feel like the closer it is to the river, I'm pretty sure it's close. It's more likely to get hit. It comes in from the bottom right, and it kind of tends to go a little upwards. So that is true. Astrid just reminded me that I could always wait for the tornado to actually hit, and if we see it in its path, to reinforce. So I'll just do that. Hopefully it's gonna be like the sandstorm where nothing happens. But unlike the sandstorm, nothing will stop a tornado. So let's see how lucky I'm gonna get, or unlucky. Alright, let's let this continue. Astrid, what were you saying about the fodder and the XP? Yeah, the rope. Okay, yes. If I turn this off. So right here, rope. But that's gonna use the flax. Right. So the So what Astrid is recommending is to use Carlo's rope XP perk that I have. To use rope instead of paper, because paper is eating at the water, which I'm kind of struggling with that. Also, my food's in the red. The rice was eaten, the pieces there, cactus cuts. I still have a lot of cactus, and I guess the cactus cut is not enough. So let's just quickly do a third one. Okay, anyways, so that's eating at the water production, because I'm using paper, and instead switch to rope production, like use rope to be used at the institutes for the bonus XP. And then, but I was wondering, like, that's gonna use the flax, and Aster said these same reeds can also be used to make rope, so it's rope and flax. And then yeah. So yeah, so it's let the reeds be used to make rope. And so the flax can be saved for the linen, so it can be used for the down jackets. So yeah. Okay. So let's just do that. So let's switch these to use rope. And that's gonna, so the reeds are gonna be used for rope. The rope is gonna get us XP. This turns off, so this saves us on the water production. And then, and I don't have to do anything. The flax is still gonna be used for linen. Okay, we'll see. Okay, I've actually never used rope for the bonus XP for reeds. We'll see how that works. Oh yeah, that is true. It's recommended to turn paper on just so we can use up the rest of the paper. Probably do another hour of this. Oh, let's speed up the thing. I was also thinking, like, our timber production was really high too. So I could have also used paper, but used timber instead of reeds. But it's still going to use our water consumption. I wonder if there's other things we can do. Another thing we can put the timber to good use. Because that's, honestly, 4,000 timber is actually taking up a lot of space. Oh, I can switch to tree. Yeah, okay, hold on. So, yeah, let's switch to this. Do 3 people here. Let's have 6 people working on cactus cuts so we can deal with this food problem right here. And then you were saying to switch this to bamboo. I guess we can do bamboo for a little bit just to get the dense farms instead of buying that. Tornado's gonna hit soon. Guess what I can do is just... I'll wait until the next time I'm able to harvest this, cut all the trees, and do that. Alright, the tornado hit, so let's go find where... Oh, where is it? Right in the bottom corner. This can go any direction. This might actually go straight across. This is actually probably gonna hit the animals. Maybe... Yeah. Gonna have to put him in the shelter real quick. Oh, this is gonna hit a lot of houses. Or it might just... What do you think? Pretty much. I'll save the school. I'll save the school. I'm pretty sure I've got the expensive ones. Fish pond. We got the clinic. Yeah, the winery's already. The church is already locked down. Trading depot. Save it? Or just lose it? Nah. Besides, that was an extra one. Yeah. Okay. Should I save the sawmill? Alright. I know it's really hard to see. There you go. And then now it's blocking the view again. Alright. Okay, so now I'm guessing this is gonna be the trip right here. Into the reservoir. The dock. Yeah. I can also do the... I can also afford the paper mill. Okay. Oh, that house is gone. Oh, those houses are gone. That's it. Alright, that's not bad. I had a feeling that storage yards are immune. I had a feeling. See, look. Durability, indestructible. I had a feeling storage yards were immune. Alright. We lost the cactus workshop. Yeah. And I just built it too. That was a house we lost. It was mostly houses. That's okay. We're kind of low on iron. We're gonna need that for the houses. Let's do that. Should have enough stone. I don't think anyone died too, so I'm pretty sure I called that just in time. There you go. So we have a small little homeless problem, but that's okay. And now we have a sandstorm. Well, the tornado just like cleared up a small path for the sandstorm. Guess we just wait for all those houses to get repaired. And we do have a slight food shortage right now. It's down to 800 piece. Oh, those building kits came in clutch. So I think I'm gonna be left with homeless people. Or actually, no. They should be fine as soon as that other intern housing gets completed. I can't believe how much water is being used. Yeah. Wow. Damn. So we have a little event from Meow. Applied for material assistance. Cut stone. Oh, that's a lot. 400 cut stone, and I have just 400. I'm sorry. Yeah, but honestly, we can. We already got the dance farms anyway. Okay. Me? I'm confused, but okay. Alright, so we have an actual food problem. I'm going to unban some of the meats just for now. I'm actually just gonna ban the meat chops. Unban that. Nice. Me too. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm I know I'm so reluctant to building more farms, but I'm just gonna build some more pea farms. I did, but you know what? The point I've always tried to make about, like, you know, conserving farms, it's like I don't want to have like a mass amount of like just space just dedicated to like farming, or just like have hundreds and hundreds of farms. Like, you know what, like right now the farm to like other production like space ratio is still at a, this is okay, you know? So it's okay if I expand a little. I think it's about time. I've squeezed the most I can out of that little area. I think it's, yeah, it's okay. Maybe. I did. So I actually got some too. Oh, wow. Wow, look at this. No, seriously. The soybean seed is for sale. Right. Before only the hold on. Before it was only the administrator that would get you the soybeans, and this is actually the first time I believe I've seen the soybean be for sale. And there's blueprints. Yeah. Okay. So So what she's saying is that before you were able to buy the soybean seed from the merchant ship, what you couldn't do is directly order it. Like if you go to order and you do soybean, you're not gonna find the seed. Like under seeds, you cannot directly buy the soybean seed. It's not on the list. You have to get it through one of the administrators. I forgot what his name is, but he would give you the soybean, and but she's saying that you were always able to get it as a random drop from the merchant ship, and that's what we're seeing right here. So I'm definitely gonna take that. Cherry seeds, might as well. Soybeans. I'm also gonna take the totem and the skeleton blueprints just cause. I'm actually also gonna get sugarcane. Sugarcane is used for sugar, and I can actually use that to produce other simple foods. So this was actually a really good ship. So now we have cut stone. We can get some more cut stone. Excuse me? No, sugarcane is farms. Let's get some glass, let's get some cut stone. Bandages, let's get some bandages as well. I haven't got these in a while. They even have bunny ears. Fish nuts, we have enough fish nuts. This is not a bad ship. 18, wait, 18, 100. Far. Awesome. Silly. So now we have the soybeans and the sugarcane seeds, and the pecan was from the immigrants we got earlier. So we actually have a lot of seeds now, considering we only started with literally one. Cherry trees, we got those. Okay. So now that we have this, let's just Oh, let's just switch these up to soybeans. Because the soybeans get even more than peas. No, they're not. This one you can, it's a small difference, but it counts. This one says 10 per grid, the other one says 9. Shut up. Alright, so let's do soybeans. Yeah, on this one, since since this one has a scarecrow, it actually has even more. So this one's 16 per grid, while the other the pea seeds was 14. So let's switch this to that. That should be enough. Oh yeah. Soybeans, just like peas, take a lot longer to harvest, so that's gonna get 3 as well. Harvest period 125, just the same as peas. And now we have 2 more, excuse me, 2 more blueprints. So this is skeleton. The statue of demon will slightly reduce a citizen's lifespan. Excuse me. And if you think like that's what's the point of that? It's actually a good thing. Oddly enough, because you see, old people, as you know, they can't reproduce, and the old people can get pretty old. I don't have any, but I've actually seen some like get up to like 100 years old, and that's like 100. They're not like expanding the they're not expanding the population because they're infertile. So actually having them dying sooner just frees up space for more kids. So I'm not gonna do it just now, but just it's a good little fun fact. The skeleton blueprint reduces a citizen's lifespan. And then the totem here, it increases the minimum health of all citizens. I'm not sure it's gonna add onto the health, but just probably like their lowest health will not get below a certain point with this totem blueprint. So good little things. Later on, I usually add them for like decorative purposes. But people are probably gonna starve. I'm gonna unban everything. Just as an emergency. Food. Oh, it's over here. All of that, just for now. That extra farm should, maybe not the fish. Leave that. Okay. Hopefully by next harvest, next year, we'll have enough food. All right. Oh, that's right. Oh, they started doing this. Crap, I missed it. I was going to switch the tree seeds into bamboo, and I'm not waiting another cycle. And the reason why we need bamboo is we're gonna upgrade these to dent farms. Can you? Let me see. Well, first I have to actually have the building. So the outdoor kitchen produces something that actually needs wait, no, tofu. That's another building, isn't it? Which building is that? Tofu. Okay, the unlock the recipe for making tofu using soybean at mill and water mill. So that would be this one, processing. Oh, it needs roe. And you're saying tofu is a simple food? It is. Wow, that's actually not a bad idea. Alright, we're doing tofu. Okay, so let's do this. Alright, let's see where we can use this. How much time is left? 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna call it at the once I get the dance farms and the mill up. So forest farm, gotta build another one. 15 by 15. You are. Okay, hopefully by unbanning that should last me enough to for the next year. We got a mill here. Apparently we can do tofu. It just needs soybeans. Yeah, just soybeans. So next year we're going to have some soybeans for this. The water is actually recovering. And we're still producing a good amount of actually, hold on. It actually looks like the robes get you more XP. It's getting 25,000. And this one, yes, 16 looks more like what the paper uses. Wow, I might have to like double check that. Like compare what gets you more XP, rope or paper. These 6 row. Huh. Interesting. Alright. So we have a sandstorm hits. Yes. Alright. So now we have the bamboo set up. I'm probably gonna have this running for like maybe 1 or 2 harvests. Because I only need these just exclusively for the to upgrade the dense forests. I mean the dense farms. So, and then after that I'll just go back to timber. And here comes the sandstorm. And hopefully the trees take care of it. Looks like it wasn't even gonna hit our settlement anyways. Yes, it's a little fart cloud. And it's gone. Wait, it's still going. And that's it. Oh, drift box. Fishing nets. What are we gonna get? I don't really have purpose for that. 142. Probably sell it. Oh, I never built the storage over here. Okay, yeah, let's do that. The cellar for these guys to use. So now we are producing soybeans, which we have a lot. Oh my god. And we're gonna have tofu, which is another simple food. So that's 3 sources of simple food that we have. Salted meats, salted fish, and tofu. Just because we got the soybean, we got really lucky with that ship. Because again, it's either an administrator, or apparently if you got lucky enough that the ship sells it. So RNG is really helping us from the aliens to now this. So this is a very lucky run so far. I probably should put more people in the I just realized something. This marketplace is full, but all it has is alpaca wool, so it's not even actually feeding people. Yeah, it's 125 capacity, and all it has is alpaca wool and leather. Because of the storage crisis that I had. Yeah, I'm gonna mark it for deletion after I build the cellar, and it's almost done. So there's that. So to empty out a building like this, what I like to do is mark it for deletion, and then right here it says recycle resources, and wow, that's going really fast. But as soon as that hits 100, cancel the demolition. Cancel just like that, and inventories back to 0. Let's see the other marketplace as well. Okay, this was more reasonable. I didn't even realize I had maple sap, but yeah, that was weird. It was just completely filled with leather. So, alright. Let's see like 2 more people working at the marketplace so they can get all of the resources across. I feel like I've been having like more and more houses, but I'm not even expanding the labor of the marketplace. So now we're just waiting on the bamboo seeds, and we can build the dense farms. 2 crops can be planted per grid. This is huge. And it requires bricks and glass. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, we don't have any bricks, so we're gonna have to buy some bricks. How are we doing on glass? Oh yeah, I bought glass, so I'm good on that. Okay. Kind of low on people. Let's get some laborers back. Yeah, let's leave that at 6. This mine is almost depleted. Maybe on the next stream I'll have to upgrade this mine. Yeah, I'll do that on the next episode or next stream. Okay, so let's form a caravan just to let's get the bricks. The Irania is selling them for the lease. Brick. 300, 2,000. Insurance, one person. And let's get this going. And then we have a drought coming. But this thing is back in the green, so... Look at that, 4,000 soybeans. I think it's safe for me to ban all the meats again. I didn't ban soybeans because I'm producing so much that I don't even think. It's just 1 mill with 2 people. I think they'll be fine. I know. That's what I'm saying. Gee, that bad. Oh, you're gonna have to tell me all about it later. Ooh, let's turn off the fertilizer here. Oh, this guy lost his job. You're a laborer. You know what I should get? Logistics, the delivery service. Why am I not doing that yet? So the delivery tech point, it automatically delivers food. So the vendors here, the marketplace, they don't just go retrieve items to keep this place filled. Now, these vendors will deliver these items and put them in people's homes, so the people at home don't have to go to the marketplace and get it anymore. So yeah, and so the only thing that deliver is food, water, and fuel. They don't deliver tools or clothes or anything like that. It might not even be alcohol. It might, but no guarantees. Another ship. Oh, definitely getting stone. Getting 1,000 of that. Gears. Glass. Oh, lamp oil. We're gonna need lamp oil for the upgrade. Mining. Exploration. So we're gonna upgrade to the senior mine sometime soon, and it's lamp oil that we need. 120. Oh, and steel. So we're gonna need that. So lamp oil, let's get 200. That is true. So another thing I'm gonna get is baskets, just so they can, you know, be able to carry more. And I'm not even producing anything like that, so I'm gonna get some baskets in here. How many people do I have? 175 laborers. 300, double. Bandages were good. Soap. How are we doing on medicine? Oh, that medicine oil is still going. So let's buy some soap just to help that out. Sand, clay, oh, iron ore. Oh, let's buy more. And coffee beans, tea, and I think that's pretty much all we need. $15,600. We can still afford it. Okay. So we have lamp oil, baskets, soap, 1,000 stone. So I don't have to worry about that for a while because I'm still not producing my own stone with the quarry. So yeah, there you go. Just waiting on this bamboo farm. And you know what I can do with the this excess stone that I just got? I can upgrade a lot of these roads into stone, and just so I can get their speed bonus can get a little faster. Yeah, that is an alternative. Astrid also suggested I can also get the stone and turn it into cut stone, so I can even upgrade it a further step forward. With this construction cut stone, it also unlocks the cut stone road. So, but when the time comes, we'll do that. Yeah, things to look forward to. I'm sure it is. Alright, now we have forest farms. I mean, not the forest farms. Now we have the bamboo farms being harvested. Hopefully that gives us enough, I wonder how many dense forests we can buy with this, or build. Let me see. So it's 60 per farm. So every 60, I'll be able to build a new one. And I have scarecrows ready for them, so the yields on those things are going to be huge. So... Astrid, can you do me a favor? Yeah, kinda. I was just gonna ask, like, if you could double check to see if we have any viewers still. Because it's about that time, we gotta start posting links and stuff. Yeah, whenever I get a chance, let me know. I really wish OBS actually showed like the viewer count. Like I can see the activity feed, and the stream chat, but it doesn't show me if I have any viewers. Alright. That is almost done. 600. That's more than enough. Okay. So let's cut down the last one. Let's switch back to trees. And if they cost at 60 per... Let me see here. Oh, Ronnie, I just applied for material assistance water. I can give her 100 water. Okay. So bamboo is at 500. This thing is showing that 650 bamboo were produced. So that's almost 10. That's almost 11 dense farms. So 10. So I'll just do these 6 right here. Honestly, that's what I've been wanting to do for a while now, but I'm so close to the end. I can hold that. And there we go. Let's get rid of these and upgrade to dense farms. Never got rid of this one. I just made a big whoops. I mean, the caravan's almost here, but I actually can't build dense farms because I don't have the brick. But they'll be here soon. So let's just do dense farms. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I shouldn't have done that, but I need to really use the bathroom right now, and I'm not thinking straight, and I'm about to wrap it up anyways. And the caravan just got here just in time. Awesome. So, can build those. Let's just do the remaining 3. Might have to skip out on the next batch of immigrants as well. Oh, let's increase the builders. What am I doing? There you go. Three people. Let's do cactus. I'll do the same thing. It was 2 cactus, flax, and 2 soybeans. Actually, I might not have enough, or might not have enough bricks. Yeah, this one didn't get enough bricks. Oh well, so let's cancel this one and do another standard farm. So we were, 5 is not that bad. 5 dense farms. Here, let me get rid of these people real quick. And that one was flax. What I'm actually gonna do, I might actually make this agave. Because it turns out my agave is still not producing enough for spirits. So... I think these 2. Agave. That's flax. Let's make this one flax as well. So yes. No fertilizer on that one. Fertilizer. No fertilizer. Then let's do forest soybeans here. I wonder if 2 agaves on the dense farm will be enough. We'll see. 6 soybeans. Oh wait, gotta give these the 3rd person. And then, yeah, now we have dense farms. And just as a comparison, you can definitely see the difference in output. Soybeans over here would be 22, whereas over here it's 10. And I'm not even using scarecrows on these things, which would even further boost this. And it's already getting 22 per. Cactus is getting 14. So, and it's per grid. And again, the dense farm does 2 seeds per grid. So this is actually 28 per. Astrid is saying that that actually might be already included in the total, because this one is showing 6, and 6 double is closer to 12, and it's showing us 14 here. So that actually might not be the case. Very interesting. So it probably is 14. It probably is including the second seed. But yeah, this is Astrid, did you run the... Oh, you did. Thank you. Are there any viewers still there? What's the count? Yeah, probably. That's okay. It happens. I'm gonna wrap this up. We did a lot. We upgraded our storages to cellars, and it still doesn't seem to be enough, so we might have to move up to mountain storages sometime soon. And we have dense farms. We did a lot of trading with our factions. Dense farms. We got the soybeans. We are producing tofu, another simple food. We are also producing salted meat for simple foods. And yeah, we got hit by a tornado, but we recovered. And oh yeah, and lastly, we made a couple Eco-Pastures so we can increase the yields of our pastures. Look at that. 500. I remember earlier in the stream, like, this was getting like 200, so we're basically doubling our output here. So that's really nice. 400 alpaca wool. That's a lot of poop. 14,000. I probably should put that in the dock. But so far so good. It's still expanding slowly, but everything's okay. Nothing too catastrophic. And so yeah, this is very fun to do, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this little stream and watching the settlement develop slowly but surely. And hopefully I was able to show you a thing or two that you probably didn't know or something, you know, with trading or whatever. But I'm gonna wrap it up. I do have an ongoing YouTube series, in case you didn't know, where I do video guides and tutorials about like the gameplay mechanics and things like that. The next video I'm going to do, I'm actually going to touch up on the logistics video I did a long time ago. It's going to be like I'm going to go over the new supply depot, and touch up again on the logistics buildings, like the delivery station and the transfer station. We'll make another video on those. So links to the YouTube channel is down below in the chat. And I also have a Discord, so you can keep updated and know when the next streams are coming, and the next uploads as well. So link to the Discord is in the chat as well. But I think that's it for me for tonight. And thank you all for joining, and I will see you on the next one, guys.